I have to reach Eternus by the end of this year, or else I uninstall Deadlock and never come back. As I've been trying to get to Eternus and Deadlock, I found myself learning a ton about the game. Sometimes it can come in the form of playing the actual game, other times it comes in the form of the lovely people in the comments giving me advice. Thank you, by the way, it's super appreciated. At times, it comes from the countless Deadlock tutorials on YouTube. However, I've discovered a new method to learn Deadlock, a method that has the potential to unlock a deeper understanding of the game to help me on my journey, and that is learning from the pro players of Deadlock. Now, it sounds really straightforward, right? Of course, if you want to get better at the game, you watch someone who's clearly better than you. But even when you're watching them, what are you supposed to actually look for? I mean, Deadlock is a game with so much depth and nuance that it can be difficult to really keep up. Luckily, I found an answer. On YouTube, there's a channel that goes by the name Luckdeep. Now, he has only 3 videos on his channel, but I like the title's No BS Guide to Deadlock. So I decided to click and watch some of his videos, and what I discovered blew me away. I won't go over everything in his videos. I'd recommend you to actually go watch them yourself after this video. However, I want to point your attention to one part of this guide that really stuck with me. You see, in part 2 of his No BS guide, Luca recommends you to create a StatLocker profile. If you don't know what StatLocker is, it's the premier spot to get information on Deadlock. From stats to your games, to access to pro player VODs, even a place where you can see real pro builds. StatLocker is goated. As the video goes on, Luca then tells you to check your overall stats and compare them to that of a pro player. I go to check my own stats, and let's face it, they're absolute garbage. With the amount of red you see, you think you were a bull getting rage baited by a matador. After seeing this, I decided to compare against pro player stats. I chose Eido because he's pretty much the tens of Deadlock. This dude is literally pumping out so much content. Not to mention, he's currently on the most powerful team in North America, Melee Creeps, who in the past have gone on to win Deadlock Night Shift 18 times in a row. As I go to check his stats, I'm met with the most green you'll ever see in your life. I mean, look at these stats. They're the most low cortisol stats I've ever seen. After seeing his stats and my stats side by side, Luca then recommends you to pick one thing that you want to improve at. I decided to go with souls per minute because souls are practically the most important resource in the game. It's literally how you get stronger in Deadlock. So I opened up one of Eido's VODs and decided to see how he farms in his games. And let me tell you, after watching some of his VODs, my eyes sucked in every new trick I witnessed. But before we dive in, I wanted to ask if you could please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm currently attempting to reach 1,000 subscribers, and I would want you, yes you, to be a part of the journey to get to Eternus. It's completely free, and you can always unsubscribe later. Thank you so much, and let's take a look at some of Eido's VODs. Alright, let's go put this match ID in. Paste, going in. So we're looking at Eido playing Mina right here. And currently the stats are just 7. He's got 7 kills, 3 deaths, and 8 assists. So we're gonna go here. I'm gonna look at how Eido farms in this game, and maybe I can learn a couple things from this game that I can implement to my own games. All right, let me switch over to Mina. So right now, like, Eido's just moving around. He's clearing he tried to clear the cans, but the Apollo was right there. All right, so immediately, wait, what? How did he have wait, did he know that he had 800 off rip? How did he get 800 off rip? Oh, wow. Oh, he denied. That's why. I think that's what happened. I could be wrong. We'll see. He's really trying to space away from the Apollo here. He's not taking too many crazy advances. I think it's especially just because he's Mina, you know? Oh, wait, he's going. Oh, I thought he was going back. Okay. I was confused for a second. I was worried he was actually gonna go back. This Apollo is really messing with him. Gets the love bites. Now he can actually like start dealing damage to the minions here. Arms goes for the tier 1 camp immediately. Okay, that I didn't know was that actually important. I never really thought of the tier 1 camp. Oh wait, also he's running boxes. Hey, why is he running boxes? Wait, he's at 1.8k right now. He's like top farm in the. He's still running boxes. What the fuck? Why is he running boxes? Boxes actually this good? He's going so deep for these boxes too. He's already at 2.1k farm just purely off boxes. What the fuck? Are boxes Is this the reason why he's farming so much? Is it because of boxes? He's still at high farm too. Like 2.1k is alright. Like, I mean, like, it's kind of crazy though. I've never thought boxes were that strong. And then he takes the tier 1 camp again. I didn't know. As I kept watching, I started to see Eido slowly snowball alongside his team. Kill after kill, he began to dominate, all while continuing to keep his farm up. Genuinely, it blew my mind. He literally left no souls behind, not a single crumb. Once I saw Eido win this game, I decided to load up another VOD, but it was actually him playing Viscus this time. Now, Viscus isn't normally one of the main heroes that he plays, but he's been playing it a lot recently. And what do you know? He did the exact same thing, running boxes and trying to keep his farm up as best as possible. I started to realize that I've been missing out on so many souls on the map just because I wouldn't bother to go break a few boxes. So the next day, I decided to load into a game and try to apply what I've learned from Eido. I queued up into a game as Billy with my lane partner being Ivy. Our lane opponents for this game were a Silver and a Celeste. This wasn't going to be an easy matchup for me, but hopefully what I've learned from Eido would help me out this game. Ivy and I started out just pushing the waves up forward, but then a minute later I decided to do this.
Fucking meow!
Even though this turned out to be a bad trade, I was still able to get the boxes near the shop and do the tier 1 camp, similar to how Eido would do. After doing that, I decided to go back and heal up real quick. However, I had the bright idea to try to put some more pressure on the enemies, only for it to backfire real quick. Oh my god, she fucking read me like a book there. I wasn't able to get anything going against the enemies here. It was getting pretty rough for me at this point. But then, all of a sudden, this happened. Okay, what the... The Silver doing that actually gave me some solace knowing that I wasn't the only one throwing this lane. Feeling overconfident, I decided to make a play of my own. Bro, I was in the shop, bro. Oh my god, I tried. I need life strike, bro. Yeah, that didn't work out that well. Once I came back to lane, I took the tier 1 camp again, but went for another fight, hoping to isolate the Celeste, but got punished immediately when the Silver came around. This would happen again as I got closer to the Guardian. However, I would still try my best to keep up by farming the tier 1 camps and farming the boxes near the lane. I called for the Ren to come over and help us out with taking this tower, but what happened next was something I genuinely could not expect. Bad timing. I mean, I kind of wish it wasn't the Rem, but the Rem is actually perfect to roam here. Let's get this. Let's get this tower. No. Wait. It's not even my fault. It is my fault, Wookie. You get her, she's one. Oh my god, I fucking died off that. Dying off the page stun was low-key really tilting, but I decided to refocus and take some of the boxes nearby spawn and try my best to keep my farm up. I was starting to feel the pressure, but something about just getting as much farm as I could, like Eido, did keep me focused on what I needed to do. Once I did that, I walked over to mid and finally took down the Guardian. I continued to keep him with my farm by getting a couple jungle camps here and there, helping my team to kill the Celeste, when all of a sudden my team started to gather around the enemy's mid walker. Now normally this would be considered a bad idea because I could easily get punished here for my positioning, but luckily my Ivy and Apollo were at mid with me and I was able to escape super cleanly.
Bye, have a great time.
Fuck, I'm dead here.
Okay, not as clean as I wanted, but I got out alive. After that, I furiously pinged my team to get urn, but just as expected, no one bothers to run it, so I gotta get up and do it myself. I walked all the way across as my team was killing everyone on the map, and then just waltzed my way into the urn drop-off spot. Of course, the enemy Paige and Victor were waiting, but I honestly don't know how I survived these next couple of minutes.
Cool. This is surprisingly a good game.
Thank God for my team being there because I probably would have died there. As I go back to base to heal, my team continues to push forward and siege the enemy base. I push up with them and we finally take down the patron. It was a pretty emphatic victory, but something just didn't feel right to me. Seeing how Eido played earlier and comparing it to how this game felt was kind of disheartening for me. I knew I could genuinely do better. I feel like I could get as many boxes as Eido does. So I embarked on a journey to learn my box routes and truly learn the way of box farming. But my eccentric people, that is a story for another video. In the meantime, make sure to subscribe and don't forget to stay eccentric out there. Peace.